Hello? Guess what? There's no music.
Oh.
You want to know why there's no music? Because YouTube is a big butthead and I'm not doing music anymore. I'm drinking Urban Artifact, Raspberry Blackberry, Gadget. Isn't the little robot guy cute? And my koozie that Lisa made me look at matches.
Very
What do
cool.
you have? Ooh, that looks
I have my fall drink.
Which is what?
Cider and bourbon.
Okay, that makes sense.
Apple cider and
Clinkies.
4 Roses. Cheers.
Woo!
This is-
It's tart. I was worried it wasn't going to be tart. It's plenty tart.
So this used to be a lot better. It's just cider from the store now. There used to be a place about 1.5 miles away from us. Was apple farm, apple orchard, but they did gourds and pumpkins and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, you could go there, and if you went in and then around the back and back where it looked like you weren't supposed to be, there were coolers. There was unpasteurized, unhomogenized, just the liquid that comes out of apples in jugs and coolers back there, and that was amazing. This, it's okay.
Grab your drink. Let's get into it. Hey guys, Chevyrell here and Dan in the stuff room. We talk about knitting and fiber related things and crochet and spinning and all of those things here in the stuff room.
Actually, she does. I just tell dad jokes.
Yeah, there's that. So I got this new thing, and a lot of people don't talk about this, but when you are on YouTube, people approach you to show their stuff on your channel, right? I've shown stuff before. Wobbles sent me something. I had that really cool desk lamp that I showed. It's been several years ago now. It is my desk lamp. I use it all the time. There's a standalone video for that. A lot of creators choose not to do it. I am super picky whenever somebody approaches me about showing something on the podcast. And this one I just chose. Before I show you the video that I made for the thing that I got, I just wanted to rattle down some of the things that people have sent to me and said, hey, found your YouTube channel. We think you'd like this. Will you show it on your podcast? This is just in the last 6 months. Self-cleaning cat litter. I don't have a cat. Cat water dispenser. Why do you think I have a cat? Is it knitting? It's the yarn. A custom designer purse bag thing. A non-stick pot set. Earbuds. Stainless steel pots. A crochet machine. Prebiotic fiber for gut health. A hand massager, which I'm not gonna lie. I thought real hard about it.
Like to massage your hands?
Yeah, it was like this thing that you put your hand in, and which for knitting, right? And then a fast charger, like for your phone, I guess. I don't know. But those are just some of the things. So know that I am picky when it comes to this kind of thing. But FlexiSpot, which has all sorts of home goods, reached out. Some of you may have seen this on other knitters' channels or other creators, and it's a Lotas chair, and it's so freaking cool. It's orange. I did a video. Go ahead and check it out. Okay, so the chair was delivered to us in 2 boxes. Full disclosure, I was a little apprehensive about ordering a chair online that I had to put together, but I'm a smart girl who can do smart things. It was really easy. I would even go so far as to say fun, because we like doing this sort of thing. There I'm showing you the 5-year warranty. I would have been able to do this by myself, but it was a lot easier with 2 people, I would imagine. It took us about 30 minutes from beginning to end, including cleanup. This is the FlexiSpot Lotas recliner. It swivels 360 degrees, it rocks, it reclines. The thing that drew me most to it is the Lotas style, so it has a wide seat and low arms. I sit crisscross a lot. I'll put like one leg up. I sit sideways. I do all sorts of things. And from side to side, it's about 3 feet across. I will say when I first sat in it, I thought it hit my lower back weird. And I mentioned it to Dan. But then as I've sat in it, I've found that I like that support. And it was probably more than likely engineered that way, like they knew what they were doing. I chose the manual option in orange fabric. It also comes in gray and beige, which, as you can see, basically our whole house is gray and beige, so I really wanted that pop of color. And then they have a faux leather option as well, and that comes in slate blue, brown, or ivory. This also comes with a power option. There's a USB outlet to charge your phone, and that one comes in different colors. The reason that I chose the manual is because I wanted that orange, and the power version did not have that color. It really was easy peasy to put together. It was 4 screws on the footrest, and then you just put that back piece, you slide it on to 2 things on the back, and that was pretty much it. I was super excited to try out the chair. I'm sitting in it in all the positions. I got my coffee, I got my knitting. I am a huge fan of rockers, which I would almost say that this glides. It's very nice. Here's where that little side compartment is. I have a little notions pouch that lives in there so that when I'm sitting and knitting, I don't have to constantly get up. FlexiSpot is currently having their Black Friday deals up to 80% off on their website. They have offered us a coupon code, Lotas30, where you get $30 off plus free shipping, which is pretty cool. They also have a bunch of other home type items as well, like standing desks. A lot of YouTubers have talked about those. I did decide that I would like a little head support for when I want to sit straighter up. So I had this idea. I have this little bolster pillow, and I did a little sewing project that same day and made this nifty little thing. So it lives on the chair now. I will be showing that more to you in the episode. This has been a fun little adventure, and I really enjoyed putting the chair together. I also enjoy having my new chair. If you're interested, don't forget to use the coupon code Lotas30 for $30 off and free shipping. And if you aren't interested, I totally understand, and I hope that you at least enjoyed Dan's hula hooping efforts. What'd you think? Do not fret, this is not going to turn into some big commercial. Like I said, super picky. But I saw that chair. I fell in love with that chair. I wanted that chair in my living room. That is where it is. I sit in it. It's awesome. And I'm so glad I said yes. So.
And even with practice, I still can't hula hoop.
Okay, a couple things from the last episode. It is Midori Hiroshi. I didn't know if it was like Hiroshi. It's Hiroshi. According to many of you in my comments, you've said that that's how you've heard it pronounced. So now I know. Midori Hiroshi is the designer behind the ranunculus. The other thing from the last episode is it was unanimous. Mm-hmm. Everybody has junk drawers.
Yep.
Everywhere with the junk drawers.
Apparently, if you grow up in Muncie, Indiana, it's the third drawer.
Yeah.
It was always the top drawer for us.
Yeah. It was always the top drawer for us, too. I mean, it was like off to the side, right, of the kid. It was usually like one on the end somewhere. Real quick, because I know people are going to ask, this is my Lady Charming, which I'm wearing. The yarn is Briar Rose Deep Stash. Let me show it to you. A lot of times I forget to tell you what I'm wearing. It has a high-low. Dun, 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 dun. It goes all the way down. I always forget who this is by. Vera Valmaki. I can't believe that I forget that, but I do. It's a $5.91 pattern. And I get compliments on it every time I wear it. My hat is the sock head hat. which, oh my gosh, everybody, I mean, do you remember when it kind of got, it was like Sockhead and was everywhere, and then Musselburgh was everywhere. Sockhead is by Kelly McClure. And this is in Miss Bab's Deep Sea Jellyfish, because you OGs will remember, sorry for all you new peeps, I think there's some new peeps here. There is a story way back when I first started podcasting. We went four-wheeling and I had Carhartt bibs on and my Carhartt jacket and my Deep Sea Jellyfish Sockhead hat. And if any of you are country people, when you're out on the four-wheeler and you have to pee and you're a girl, like I went and found a spot and I shoved my hat in the sleeve of my Carhartt jacket and hung it on a tree and had to take my bibs off, and I peed, and it was cold and I was trying to get back to everyone because I didn't want to be left, and I put my coat on and put my arm through, and critters are probably still living in my hat. And Andy, the naughty knittress, was sweet enough to make me another one, even in this same yarn. So that's what I'm wearing. So first up is FOs. That's what we do first, right? FOs.
What am I wearing? This is a lovely $9 jacket from Old Navy from probably 15 years ago. I wear it out to the shop. And this is my Get Green Fest 5K kilt run that I didn't do. Well, I did it, just not at doesn't matter.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
So FO, the bolster pillow. Did you guys see it? If you didn't watch my thing from FlexiSpot about the chair, I made a bolster. It does sit back a little bit. I wanted the option to have my head tilted, and I had this idea. So I immediately, the day we put the chair together, I had a bolster pillow that, long story short, it was a Martha Stewart like bed in a bag that came with a bolster pillow. I got rid of it a long time ago, but I took the case off of it and just kept the form, is that what you call it? Pillow form. I've had this bolster form forever, and I was so excited when I came up with this idea. I found a free pattern online and just kind of, I hodgepodged it together because hodgepodged. I knew what I wanted. I have this thing on it. So that way when you put it, when you put it over the back of the chair, it stays there, right? Because the linen fabric of that chair like lets it be grabby. It's not like leather that would slip. And you can adjust like where you want it. Well, when I was looking up patterns for the bolster pillow, I just put in like free bolster pillow sewing something. I used their measurements. They said like how to measure the whatever.
Oh, well, you're a hodgepodge.
I'm sure I am.
A collection of different things, or a jumble or mess.
Yes,
you're a hodgepodge.
It's the name of the episode.
There you go.
You're a hodgepodge.
You're a hodgepodge.
So I used the formula that told you to measure the form, the pillow form, and it was, well, I want to say it was off, but I could have totally been off. So it's a little big, but I don't care. It's mine and I don't care. And then it was just for a regular bolster pillow, right? So I wanted to do this. And then I also put a zipper in here. It's not pretty. I mean, look at it. But I still put that zipper in. There's my pillow form thing. And I could stuff it now that I'm looking at it. But anyway, that was a total made it up on the spot, rolled with it, but it's an FO. And it's the first time I have been in front of my sewing machine in quite a long while. As you guys know, there are things that I want to sew. I want to make those pants that Tashi was wearing at Rhinebeck, which I said her name wrong on the last, on the Rhinebeck recap, and I apologize. I corrected it in the show notes, like I said that I said it wrong, but names are important. It's Tashi. I think I said Tazi. I don't know, it doesn't matter. It's Tashi. And I want to make those pants. And then also the ones, that skirt that Beth McDonald Stone was wearing. So I have things on the horizon, man. But my craft room is a mess, so I have to like clean it before I can sew. It's a thing.
It's a hodgepodge.
Okay, my next FO, check it. I spun a bat. And this bat is, I'm gonna say I look like a beginning spinner. And that's because, well, first off, it's
You are
a mix.
beginning spinner.
Oh, well, yes, I am. This is like I've never spun before. I'll tell you why. First off, this is it was a bat, and it has chunkalunks in it, but it's a mix. I did long draw, I did inchworm, so it's both woolen and worsted. I was playing around with it. I wasn't going for anything in particular other than, can I do this? And what I mean by that is my friend Tammy, Creative Skeins, sent me her electric eel to try.
Your friend Tammy, who?
What did I say?
Creative Skeins?
Cinematic Skeins. Creative Obsession Carrie. I swear my brain is just word salad. It's just perimenopause. Exactly. Cinematic Skeins, Tammy. This is an electric eel. I had never spun on an e-wheel, and I wanted to try it, and I was just going to do it at a fiber festival, and then Tammy's like, dude, I'm not using mine. I'll send it to you. And I'm like, no, don't do that. I'm like, what if it gets messed up in the mail? I don't want it to get broken, yada, yada. And I'm not shitting you guys. Like 5 days later, it's on my doorstep. Yummy. So anyway, I try, and she has tons of bobbins with it. Huge learning curve. This is and I don't know, do you get to pick this, or I guess those are eels, right? I'm betting those are eels. I was thinking they were fish because I'm a Pisces and that looks very Pisces-ish, but I bet those are eels. This is your pedal. So you can set this on the ground and it be your on-off. But for me, someone who has only spun on a standard, well, I spin on a castle wheel. I have you can't see it. I have an Ashford Joy. Well, I'll show you. Because this is show and tell, right? Some of you might not be spinners. So for those of you who don't know, this style is called a castle wheel. There's also a Saxony wheel, and a Saxony wheel is the one when you think of like Sleeping Beauty or Rumpelstiltskin. Those are Saxony style wheels. Both of them, there's a treadle. They both spin pretty much the same way unless you are on like a walking wheel, a big, huge, those wheels that are like taller than I can show you. Anywho, I was taught on a castle wheel. I have very minimal experience on a Saxony wheel, actually. And I've always wanted one just because I'm a fairy tale girl, totally. And I just like the idea of, Rumpelstiltskin. But I don't have room for it. I also can't justify having another spinning wheel. Like I can only spin on one at a time, excuses, right? But then I got in my head that I wanted to try this. And the reason that I got this in my head is Tasha from Frogget did it to me. She got a Daedalus, and she, the redesign bags, they have these big, huge buckets that are like this big. And Tasha got her Daedalus and put it in that bucket. And I was like, I want a Daedalus and I want to put it in a bucket. So dumb. Anyway, I got in my head that I wanted this e-spinner mainly because I thought it would be so cool to be able to sit back on the couch while I'm like watching a movie and spin. because what happens is I spin for too long and hurt myself. Like my back hurts, I don't make myself get up, and I thought that it would be cool to like be able to relax and spin.
Is that how it works?
Well, sometimes, not all the time. What?
Did you relax once when you were spinning?
No, I bitched and moaned and complained the entire time I was doing it. Now, no fault of the e-spinner. It was all because there's a learning curve, right? I was blessed to have a wonderful spinning instructor who is my friend. Like Betty is my friend. I love her. And she's an amazing human. And I learned from basically a spinning master. There are rules that I was taught that don't work with this. And one of them is if your feet are moving, your hands are moving. If your hands are moving, your feet's moving. So when you're spinning and you get a slub, you just stop treadling, fix the slub, start treadling again. You can't do that on this. You come up with...
If you put the pedal on the floor.
But I don't want to.
Clacky, clacky, clacky.
I mean, it's true. But that's not the main reason that I wanted it. I wanted to be able to sit back. So so hold this, please. So I'd be spinning, I'd come to a slub. That little pedal thing, where'd it go? So this was on my lap, right? And it was great. It was super comfortable. Like I was sitting back. It did exactly what I wanted it to do, right? But then I'd come to a slub and I'd stop and have to do that, like to stop it. Well, there was already too much spin in it. So I'm sure there's a way to do it. That's why this looks like I'd never spun anything before, because I really didn't care what this was going to look like as far as it being a balanced yarn. Actually, different kinds of balances. It was very balanced. I mean, when I took this off the Nitty Knotty, it is not even a little bit. I mean, it hung like that the first time I took it off the Nitty Knotty. It doesn't twist no sort of way. But as far as a balanced spin for the weight, I think it'd be real hard to get for me to do balanced. I have fiber that I'm going to, that like I'm not in love with, some Ashford fiber that somebody gave me because they didn't want, and I've been moving it around and around and around, and I was actually going to give it away, and then I was like, oh, well, it'll be perfect for this. So I am still going to practice. I want to try a balanced weight yarn. I don't know. I think I just like treadling. I'm super glad I tried it. Thank you so much, Tammy, for sending it for me to try. What are you doing? Why do I feel like you're breaking it? Yeah, so there's a little band here that lets it go around, and I had it off, if you noticed it earlier, because that was another thing that Betty always taught me, and I'm actually awful at it, is to not let it sit. Like you always take it off so that your band doesn't warp or get stretched out. I actually had to replace my band on my Ashford because I forget to do that all the time, and I didn't want to ruin Tammy's. So will you remember to take it off now that you've put it on? And I don't know what the yardage was. I wrote it down, but it doesn't matter. I don't know what I'll do with it. Actually, that knit collage pillow, that daisy pillow from their knit along, I haven't done the knit along, but when they released that pattern for the daisy pillow, I'll put a picture here. I fell in love with it. That would be perfect for this. Okay, I'm hot and I need to put my hair up. Okay, Dan's gonna feed the dog and I'm going to keep going. Ta-da! Usually our house is so freezing cold, so it's weird that it's so hot in here. All right, I have one FO left, and it's a biggie. This is an FO that you haven't even seen. Well, maybe some of you on Instagram have seen it. It was not a whip last time I recorded. And I don't have a lot of whips because this one, I was addicted to it, you guys. I wanted it so bad, and I knit on it, and I love it. Check it out. Oh my gosh. You guys, I flippin' love it. Look at it. So you wear it's like wrong side out, right? So the pearls are on the outside. It is marled, which you could totally wear it the other way if you wanted. It has these like bat sleeves, which I love. I did an exposed seam. I don't know if that's what you were supposed to do or not, but
talking about the sail sweater?
yeah, Dan's like, it looks like a sail.
She had it drying out back and it was all laid out and it looked like 2 sails.
This is the Bohemian Scrapsody by Winter's Weather Knits, $9. And it's for your scraps. And I had hella scraps and I loved how much I got rid of. I'll put a picture here. I shared it on Instagram. I put all of the ish colors that I wanted in there. I wanted mostly gray, or like gray, black base, and then some color. You marl it. You hold 3 together, and
You what?
You hold 3 together, like
Marl it?
marled. You'll hold some together, and then like say you have 3 and one runs out, and you add another one in. So like as one runs out, you're adding another one, and it gives it that marled. I mean, you can still see the color change, but see how like this white, you're not looking. See how this white runs into this pink? Mm-hmm. And how this black runs into the yellow. Mm-hmm. It gives you that marled look. It was so heavy, you guys, it was so heavy. The pattern calls for, it's an Aran weight in the end, I think. And she's really good at telling you like 2 fingerings a DK, a DK and 2 fingerings in Aran, yada yada.
Okay, so I just looked up marled, and you pretty much recited the definition of it. But the funny part is, the picture they have as an example looks like this. I mean, it seriously.
Aww, party foul.
This is why we cannot have nice things.
They say no use crying over spilt milk, but this is good beer.
And on your show notes.
On my show notes, my patterns are under it.
Like seriously, you Google it and the example picture that shows up is, I mean, it's damn near that sweater.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I had light fingering, heavy fingering, DK, like I had a bunch of different weights. And I was going to try and make it. In the end, I just held 3 together and I didn't care what 3 I held together. You cannot tell any difference in the weights. Like they're just all, it worked out fine. In typical Chevas fashion, I started out making it harder than it needed to be, and then I just gave up and was like, F it, and it turned out wonderful, and it worked. It was real thick, and dense when I was knitting it, and the whole time I'm like, because it's mostly superwash. I mean, if there's some non-superwash in here, I'd be surprised. But the whole time I was just like, please block out, and it blocked out exactly like I want it. I mean, it is like buttery awesomeness. The band, she gives you an option for buttonholes, and I was all hunkered down on the couch. Ditto was all, cuddling with me. I was under a blanket on my heating pad, and I was like, screw the buttons. So I have a shawl pin. I have one of those jewel pins. And then also, if you guys watch Cocktail Hour at the Coop, the girls were showing the jewel buttons. I don't know if you've seen those, but I thought I could get those as well. I thought I had one, but I don't know what I did with it. And it works great. So this was a big, huge FO that I'm going to wear the crap out of. That's it for my FOs. Do you want to hear Dan's FO?
Do you want to see my FO?
Some of you may have seen it on Instagram.
I did not finish. I am a failure. Before anyone gets weird about it, that's the point of the race. That's why the event. That's why they make these things up. Not going to go into super great detail. If you want to know more about it, just look up Backyard Ultra for the rules and whatnot. real quick, you go out and run 4.167 miles every hour on the hour. So 8 o'clock, 4.167 miles. 9 o'clock, 4.167 miles. Every hour on the hour. It's designed as a last man standing event. So only one person finishes the event. Everybody else drops out at some point. The winner is the last person to finish a loop. Since those are so hard, what they've done is created a 50 mile, that's 12 hours. So every hour on the hour for 12 hours, 4.167 miles is 50 miles. Most events also offer a 100-mile option. So you get to the 50 and you get a little wooden coin. This is a little laser cut wooden medallion.
Some of them might remember what wooden nickels are.
Yeah. Had I gotten to the 50 miles, I would have gotten one of these, and I would have gotten one that said, but I did 50 miles. If I signed up for the 100, I would have gotten one that said 100. If you win, you get a belt buckle. I do not have I completed 50. I signed up for the 50. I only made it 37.61 miles. I say only. I ran 38 miles in a day. That's pretty cool.
Any ultra runners? Put it in the comments.
Put what in the comments? How far they ran?
If they're ultra runners. Well, sure. If you're an ultra runner, how far have you run?
I know there are.
In
I
hours?
have notes from them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I read all the comments.
Shall I
just
go
must
through
not
them
have
real quick?
registered.
You
Ultra
registered.
runners, like Dan's talking about the 50 and the 100 miles, which is crazy. And everybody that we tell is like they're psychotic. And every loop they left on you guys, at the top of every hour, you get a 3-minute warning, 2-minute warning, 1-minute warning, and then the loop goes at the top of the hour. Every single time they left, I was like, they're all psycho. At the top of every loop. They're crazy. The winner ran like 121 miles.
Something like that. And this was a backyard ultra. A traditional ultra, you just go out and run. Someone takes you in a bus 100 miles away and you run back, or however the event is designed. That's what I'm doing next. A traditional event where you just go out and run 50 miles, 100 miles, whatever it is.
Okay, what did some of the comments say?
So, sorry I can't be at Rhinebeck to get one of Dan's creations. I usually help with medical support at an awesome ultra we have relatively near me in Oregon. The Waldo 100K.
Oregon or Oregon? I'm sorry, go on. What's the name of the race?
The Oregon Trail. You died of dysentery.
What's the name of the race?
It's called the Waldo 100K, or Waldo 100K probably.
Like, where's Waldo?
Yeah. There's also a Fun Run 10K, but it's up Steens Mountain. It ends at the top of the mountain, which is over 9,000 feet of elevation. I did look at that, and you think I'm crazy?
Yeah, 9,000 feet of
What's wrong
elevation.
with these people? I mean, you're basically climbing a mountain the whole time.
I've never been, we were just talking about this. I have no idea what it feels like to be at high elevation. I've never been there.
Altitude.
Altitude. I don't
Yeah.
know what that feels like.
Colorado.
Other than not being able to breathe, right? Isn't it just hard to breathe?
Yes, because the oxygen is thinner, so you have to work. It's not hard to breathe, it's hard to catch your breath because you don't get as much oxygen per lung cycle.
Gotcha.
So your lungs have to cycle more often to get the same amount of oxygen into your bloodstream.
So do you feel like you're always not being able to catch your breath?
Right.
While you're running?
Right.
That sounds awful. Doesn't that sound awful? That
Right.
sounds awful.
Yes.
And people choose to do. I had a friend once say, everybody is crazy. It's just up to you to find your level of crazy. And our level of crazy is the same, but completely, totally different.
So that was my FO.
I was a pretty big FO. Like, I just knit a whole bunch of stitches. Dan ran a whole bunch of miles. So you know what's next. You don't know what's next. You thought I was going to say whips, but it's not. It's the giveaway.
Oh!
Dun, 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 dun,
have-
dun,
I
dun.
have.
On the Rhinebeck recap video, this is Valerie, or Cooper's Corner. I have since found out, and I'm sure that she told me, but if you guys remember, I was basically brain dead after cake and forgot that she said it. But these are called plops. Doesn't that make you love it even more?
They're called what? Plops?
Plops.
Huh.
If you didn't watch the Rhinebeck recap video, this is like a phone holder.
It holds your phone.
It holds your phone or tablet or book or whatever else you want it to hold. And this one's mine.
Hold a book.
And this one, she donated for you guys. In typical Chevas fashion, I did not pre-plan for this. So I have to find the random comment generator. Give me just a minute.
So on the note while she's looking, terrible at names. Giselle Joseph said, thanks Dan for clarifying the instructions 500 times, LOL. And the reason is every single person followed the rules, and it's real easy to just Control F, first show Friday, 3 words, hit every one, except for one. Because Sandy Yan did do it correctly, first show Friday, and just for fun in parens put first show Friday all run together, no spaces.
Because you went all one word.
Right. That's why I did it 500 times in every way I could think of, because you can just search for first show Friday, 3 words, hit every single one.
But then did you
not have to go through 6 times, 20 pages worth of comments. You find it, you're done, it's easy. So, yes. Clarify the rules, everybody followed them perfectly. Chef's kiss.
Then did you see the other comment where she put all the words? That was my favorite one.
Oh, yeah. All the words. A-L-L. Yes. And on that note, 80s grandma, they're not dad jokes because I'm not a dad, and they're not jokes because they're not
Ditto
funny.
is right here. He can hear you.
Poor Dan, he really wanted that chili over and over and over. I was reading those comments and I was like, dude, I have to make chili on the day we record. But it's Tuesday, and as we all know, Tuesday is for tacos. While she's looking for that, because she's very prepared, here's a little story from names. I dug through my bag only to realize that I couldn't find the little blue goodie that you gave me. This was while she was at probably New York Sheep and Wool. Oh, definitely New York Sheep and Wool. I was terrified I dropped it somewhere. Imagine the look on some little old lady's face as she stumbled across that thing. It took a while, but it was buried at the bottom of my project bag. I was so relieved to see it that I actually said out loud, I found my peen! Then I laughed alone for 10 minutes because putting those words together in a sentence was never on my bingo card. I hope Dan can make it next year so he can tell me about all the races he's up to. I hope I can so I can tell you too, but just like and subscribe because we talk about them here. So
yeah, but maybe she races and wants to talk back to you.
Totally.
IRL.
I'll be there.
Okay, so I have this like comment picker thing, okay? One random winner. Do you want to push the button? Not my button. Wow, you're bad at this game. First show Friday, peen please. Heather sews and knits. You'll totally get a peen as well. Get a hold of me on Instagram or Ravelry with your name and address, and I will get that out into the mail. Because I have other things to mail too. Sassy Karen and Robin, I'm talking to you. Now, we're on to whips.
Real quick.
No, I've already moved on to whips.
This is the one we're giving away?
Yes.
So I do have to say, I am vindified in that. Vindicated.
Vindified?
Vindicated.
The hell's vindified mean? Is that like vilified and vindicated smashed together?
Yes, it was. Gotta save time. Smash words.
You've been with me for too long.
This person says, and they must be OG because this has been a long time ago, had to have been. I think I've seen you with one of these phone holders before. Sorry, I have to side with Dan on this one. Yeah, this has existed on this channel.
Yeah, but what happened to it then? Where did it go?
My guess is if you clean your craft room, you'll find it.
I wouldn't have gotten rid of it. Oh, I would find... No,
you would have gotten rid of it in the craft room. I'm pretty sure you've had one of these.
This will be real quick because a lot of this took up most of my time and I didn't really work on anything else.
Are we going to YarnCon in April?
Yes. First is my Knotball blanket by Sharon Long at Blue Fern Yarns. That is a free pattern. This is my advent calendar from Pretty Twisted, and I stole the needles last night. How do I have all these needles and then when I need them, I don't have enough? Or I can't find them. I just totally snagged that on my progress keeper. It's this far now. Isn't it fun? Oh my gosh, it's so fun. So the last time you saw it was right here. So I've put that much more on. I just started more on another color here. So I'm gonna move my progress keeper. This is great when I don't have the mental capacity to follow a pattern because it's just knit. And a lot of times I am tired. So this is my progress keeper for you guys, and this is my progress keeper for myself that I just move every time to see how far I knit in one sitting. This is the color I'm working on now. Isn't it pretty? Just started. I can't wait to see how it knits up. Then I started, remember that Woolfolk, and I could not think of this word on the last episode to save my life. It's a chain. It's chain yarn. That's it, and I'm making a headband, and it is Stratus or something, I want to say. Is that right? Yes, the Stratus headband by Natalia Pleshko. It looks like that. Free pattern. And I've gotten this far. I was knitting on this when Dan was running. Isn't it pretty? I was sort of worried. I mean, it's a dense knit. I'm using size 7s, which is what the pattern calls for. And at first I was sort of worried because when it was in the skein, it was super soft and floofy, and it completely changes when it's knit dense like this, but it's still so soft, and I think I'm really gonna like it. And it's an easy pattern. I've not worked on my turnover mitts. I've not worked on my labyrinth square. Actually, I may have worked on my labyrinth square, but I'm not going to show you if I did. It's not very much. And I am like 3 rows away from finishing my bar socks, but I'll just show you later. Then my last whip, or what I'm calling my last whip, is a mashup. I knit my brother and Cole a hat every Christmas, or at least I try to. For sure my brother. I don't know that Cole has gotten a hat every time. I wanted to make a fun hat for Cole. He's in 1st grade, you know. I wanted to do something fun. I got in my head that I wanted a dinosaur hat. So I found this dinosaur hat that I like. I ho-hummed about, it was ridiculous how much I ho-hummed about this, you guys. I mean, I went back and forth, and then I finally, and this is also ridiculous, I bought 2 patterns, and I'm gonna mash it together into one. It's mashup. The first pattern that I bought was the Dino Earflap by Olga Lotas, and it looks like this. This is DK. These are both for DK, and that's the only picture of it. The project pages on Ravelry do it a lot more justice. It's an ear flap hat, but it's not one of those ear flaps. Have you guys ever done an ear flap hat where it's like you make a regular hat, and then they just put like a triangle over your ears? And I mean, that's a look. If you want that, that's fine, but that's not what I was going for. This one, I don't know if you can tell, there's short rows where it goes, and I really liked the look of it. And then there's also, it's double layered. So I'm pretty sure that
But she won't know till she gets there because she doesn't read ahead.
It's an $8.45 pattern. It's in centimeters, so it's from across the pond. So I had to like wrap my head around that. And the gauge is totally different from the other hat that I got. So we'll see. I mean, you guys could be watching this crash and burn in real time. I'm not going to know until I get there. But the reason that I picked this is because I liked the ear flap, and I like that this is double. So you'll see, you do this and then you go on to the hat, and then I think you pick up this later and do like the inside. I'm not 100%. I'm going off of pictures on Ravelry, and they do say lining, because I was kind of concerned, like I didn't know if he'd be getting into the floats on the color work or not. Here's the thing. Wasn't totally in love with the T-Rex. I mean, yes, it's cute, but I saw this one and liked it better. Now this by Olga you can buy on Ravelry. The second one is called More Dinosaurs Beanie by Lucy Ward, and you can only get it on Etsy. There is another one of these hats which I found on Ravelry that is just all, it's either all T-Rexes or all long necks for my Land Before Time peeps. But that it's just the same dinosaur. And I liked Spike and Petrie because, you know, I wanted all of them on there. Again, Land Before Time people. Tammy's probably yelling the real names of these dinosaurs at the screen. I know, Tammy. I'm not good at the dinosaurs. But I liked this. And then another mod that I found. Oh, wait. I'm skipping ahead. The one on Ravelry, I think is blue, either blue or green, with all these dinosaurs. And I went to her Etsy page to see what some of her other hats were and found this. So I bought this pattern, which is $5.11, purely for that motif. Yes, I know I could have figured it out on my own. Ain't nobody got time for that. She's already done the work. I'm happy to pay the artist $5.11, or designer, excuse me, to do this. And I'm going to do all of this. This part right here, I saw a gal on, I don't know that it's a gal. A person on Ravelry put their name. So I'm going to put Cole there. But I am going to use this, but I'm going to knit this. So wish me luck, because as you OGs know, I'm a pattern follower. I'm not a designer. Don't want to, don't think it's fun. Thank you to all of those of you who do.
But you came up with your own sock tube cutting in knitting pattern.
Yeah, but that's
all on your own, by yourself.
Dan helped me with the maths. It was my idea, damn it. And that wasn't a pattern, it was maths. It was maths. I'm all knotted up. Just a minute.
Yes, you are. Good Lord.
Okay, this is what I have. This is what I have done thus far. I am worried because I Googled what a little kid's head's supposed to measure. And this is gauge according to that. And it just looks big to me. I'm going to trust the process. What you can't see, this is double the stitches. And I've gone through on this blue and it's half the stitches. So I think it like cinches it in. And this yellow is going to be the inside. Cole's favorite color is blue. So I wanted the main part of the hat to be.
Is it?
Yes.
It was last we knew.
It's been blue for a while. It was rainbow for a long time and that was blue. The inside's gonna be yellow, and this has like specks of blue, you can see it. Inside's gonna be yellow. The main part of the hat is gonna be blue. This part, this brown part here is also gonna be yellow. But then the dinosaurs are gonna be green. And it's like a, oh, and I'm doing the cream. Actually, here, let me show you this. Good grief. So the dinosaurs are going to be this mossy green and then the cream. These are all of my colors together. And I thought if it doesn't if it doesn't fit, it'll fit me and I'll wear it. And I'll just knit him another one. So.
Actually, it'll fit me.
It'll fit Dan. Dan has a little head.
Cole's head, my head's probably the same size.
Well, if it fits you, it'll fit Cole, and then it'll be Cole's hat.
Oh, yeah. Right.
This is so far fun to do. And this Olga, that did the dinosaur ear flap, there are videos. At the end of certain sections, she has a video in the pattern. Thus far, I've known how to do it, but I'm coming up on German short rows for the ears, and I will need a refresher, and it's right there. She did the videos for me. So we have just started rewatching Stranger Things. I think we're on like episode 4, right? Because season 5's coming out, the final season, and I wanted to be fresh. So I'm knitting this while we're watching that. And that is all I have to talk about today.
Really?
It is.
It's not.
Oh.
You have to talk about where you got this.
Debbie.
So somebody asked,
Oh, I already replied.
where did you get your martini tumbler? As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have one. Dirty martini drinker here. So I did just look it up. It's a Yagity.
Oh, I didn't know that it had a name brand. I just put in martini thermal cup or something into Amazon, and 95 different things came up.
Okay. And I put in Yagity tumbler and
Yagity.
it came up. So
Yakety yak, don't talk back.
different Yagity.
Take out the papers in the trash.
That's a
Every time
yakety.
I hear that song, I think of Twins. Do you guys remember? My brain works
Will
in movie
Ferrell?
quotes and movie songs. Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Oh yeah.
We should add that to
Silly
the watch list. It's been forever. I bet that has aged so poorly. I bet that's so bad.
So, a couple of show notes. Let's do maybe instead of Rhinebeck, you can come to Flock in Seattle.
It's on the bucket list.
It's on the bucket list for both
Absolutely.
of us. Her more than me, but me for sure.
I want to be a booth babe for Fiber Hustle. Aaron, Chip, can I be your
I was
booth
going
babe?
with Seattle, Pacific Northwest, but yes, Chip and Aaron.
If
you
I'm
need
your
a booth babe.
if I'm your booth babe, can I have a
hook us
mimosa
up.
in my hand while I'm doing it?
Great podcast. So these notes are from the Rhinebeck Cakeapalooza recap video.
Cake.
What?
Cake
Oh yeah,
palooza.
Cake Palooza. Sorry,
There's no palooza.
I always do
Cake
that.
palooza. It's
it's
cake.
always in a palooza. Great podcast. I love your shtick, your style, and your shit. And Dan's pretty easy on the eyes too.
Yeah, hands off my man, bitch. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love that you guys love him.
So drinks. That's one of the reasons I had to get up and walk away. There were some photos. Maybe she'll put one in here. Maybe not. So
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Aw." Did Greg know that?
Yeah, I told him. Well, he watched the episode.
Where we talked about this?
Mm-hmm.
He did? Mm-hmm. So we stay, it's really weird. Dan found this race in Lebanon, Ohio. I don't know if they say Lebanon or Lebanon, because you know how shit's pronounced different wherever you live, which is 15 minutes north of Cincinnati or whatever, which is down by Kentucky. And Greg and Pam are friends who live in Lebanon.
It's
and
20 minutes if I'm driving. It's 10 minutes if Greg's driving.
Yes. Greg is well-versed in
Many things.
bar type things too, and he heard this and had it for Dan as
So he went out and got a bottle, put a photo in, had that afterwards, and then he was nice enough to run us around town and get you some super special cookies that Leah normally brings to us.
Dorothy Lane Market.
Yeah.
You've seen them. I show you. Leah brings me sugar cookies all the time. They're from Dorothy Lane Market, and we went there on Sunday after Dan's race. Not that any of you
And
care,
we went
but, you know.
to, it's called the Party Store. It's like a super Walmart.
It's the size of a super Walmart, you guys, but it's all booze.
But
It's
yeah,
all
it's
freaking
just
booze.
a liquor store.
It's crazy. They have a wall, you know those little airplane bottles of liquor? They have like a wall of them.
Yeah.
Of every different, like stocking stuffers galore, little airplane bottles of.
So I was going to have this for this episode, but I have my fault drink. But I did get my true story. Yeah. That's good stuff.
I'm not sure.
Recommended by a viewer.
He had 2 glasses as his celebration drink after his 38 miles.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I like it.
And
I'm
then
glad
he
to own it.
passed out and made noises where he
Weird
sounded
noises.
like,
Dude,
I am Zool. It was like
I mean, it wasn't that bad,
Ghostbusters.
but
Those
my
what were
knees.
those demon things called in Ghostbusters? Again, Tammy's going there,
yeah.
yada yada. That's it. We need to make dinner and watch Stranger Things.
I'm not done.
You're not done. But you got him a 40, homie. Because I'm out of drink.
My hubs and I were just in Iceland, and he was just sampling Flocky, a sheep dung smoked malt whiskey.
I missed that comment completely. Did
that
I
he
comment
highly
on it?
recommends. I don't know. Super hard to come by in the States. He says it's lovely.
Sheep dung?
I mean,
Really?
that's what it says. Smoked.
I mean, what is that? That cat shit coffee or something? Like they eat the beans and shit out?
Oh, yeah.
Is it cats?
It's like lemurs or something.
It's
I
like
think.
super expensive and
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
poop coffee. I mean, I'd try it because they wash it real good, right?
Well, yeah, and it's dried. And,
But still.
And that was it.
This will be up before Thanksgiving. Hopefully, I'll have another one up before Christmas, which I don't even want to think about Christmas shopping. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. There's that. Anyway, okay. Hope you guys have a wonderful time until we meet again. Hope you enjoyed our incessant ramblings because we're so good at doing that.
It's the shit show.
Enjoy the shit show. So until we meet again, you know the drill. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. And we'll catch you on the flip side.